I should uncover my camera. That would make more sense. This is Verily A New Hope. We're doing Shakespeare-style Star Wars, for those of you who were unprepared for that. I'm also going to mute myself now. There we go. Yeah, we're just going to give 1 second for everybody to join us from wherever they happen to be. And again, thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday evening at 7:30. It's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you all. That's why we wanted to do this today. And I think it's important for us to, keep our positivity going and keep our heads up with everything that's happening in the world. So we have for you an evening of galaxy spanning adventure for parts of A New Hope Star Wars. So once again, may the force be with you, and thank you again for joining us. Everyone mute themselves.
Whoops, wrong sheet.
It is a period of civil war. The spaceships of the rebels, striking swift from base unseen, have gained a victory over the cruel galactic empire now adrift. Amidst the battle, rebel spies prevailed and stole the plans to a space station vast, whose powerful beams will later be unveiled and crush a planet. 'Tis the Death Star blast. Pursued by agents and sinister and cold, now Princess Leia to her home doth flee, delivering plans and a new hope they hold of bringing freedom to the galaxy. In time so long ago begins our play, in star-crossed galaxy far, far away.
Oh, now is the summer of our happiness made winter by this sudden, fierce attack. Our ship is under siege, I know not how. Oh, hast thou heard? The main reactor fails. We shall most surely be destroyed by this. I'll warrant madness lies herein. We're doomed. The princess shall have no escape this time. I fear this battle doth portend the end of the rebellion. Oh, what misery! Pray, R2-D2, where art thou?
Beep, 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 squeak, squeak.
At last, where hast thou been? I fear they come in this direction. Pray, what shall we do? Oh, my circuitry o'erloads, my mind's o'erthrown, and fear hath put its grip into my wires. We shall be sent unto that place I dread, the Kessel spice mines whence no droid returns, and there be blasted into who knows what. Anon, R2, where dost thou go? Oh, prithee, patience, leave me not alone.
The Death Star plans we could not find herein, nor are they on the main computer, Lord. In short, they are not here, and there's an end.
Thou speakest well, my stormtrooper, and yet not well upon mine ear the message falls. I turn to thee, thou rebel, I lift thy head above mine own. Thou canst now choose to keep thy secrets locked safe in that head, and therefore lose the life thou holdest dear, or else to keep thy head, and thus thy life. My patience runneth quickly out, much like the sands across the dunes of Tatooine. So tell me, else thou diest quick, where shall we find transmissions thou didst intercept? What hast thou done, say, with those plans?
My lord, my head and life I value, certain 'tis, and yet to thee I must report we have not intercepted one transmission. This is a consular ship and nothing more on diplomatic mission.
Thou knave, with thy last breath hear thou this last word. If this is but a consular ship, then where is the ambassador? Commander, prithee go. Rend thou this ship apart until the plans are found, and bring me any passengers. Upon my life, I want them brought alive.
Hold! Thou art not permitted to go in. Deactivated thou shalt surely be.
Beep, 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 squeak.
Thou shalt not label me a mindless brute philosopher. Nay, nay, thou overladen glob of grease, thou imp, thou rubbish bucket fit for scrap, thou blue and silver pile of bantha dung. Now, come and get me hence away, lest someone sees.
Beep, squeak, wee.
What secret mission and what plans? What dost thou talk about? I'll surely not get in.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, I warrant I'll regret this, so say I. Oh.
The golden droid has been a friend, 'tis true, and yet I wish to still his prating tongue. Ah, imp, he calleth me. I'll be revenged, and merry pranks aptly I shall play upon this pompous droid C3PO. Yet not in language shall my pranks be done. Around both human and droids I must be seen to make such errant beeps and squeaks that they shall think me simple, truly though. Although with sounds oblique I speak to them, I clearly see how I shall play my part, and how a vast rebellion shall succeed by wit and wisdom of a simple droid.
Darth Vader, only thou couldst be so bold. When first my ship was under siege, I knew 'twas thee who had this peaceful vessel sacked. The Imperial Senate shall not stand for this, for when they hear thou hast attacked a ship on diplomatic mission to peaceful...
Highness, peace. Be thou not so surprised. For well thou knowest a mercy mission this was not this time. Thine innocent appearance doth disguise a heart with revolution at its core. Aye, several transmissions were there beamed unto the ship by rebel spies. I want to know what happened to the plans they sent. And prithee, speak thou well, or speak thy last, for fairer necks than thine my hand hath crushed.
Thine idle threat is meaningless to me. My neck, my tongue, my mouth, these instruments of speech have not the power to relate the knowledge that thou seekest. For certain, 'tis I know nothing of what thou ask of me, for I am but a member of the great Imperial Senate, bound for Alderaan on mission diplomatic.
Nay, nay, thou liest, for thou art with the rebel alliance vile, and worse, a traitor. Take this one away.
And now, dear viewers, shall our play go to a planet stark and drear for our next scene. Imagine sand and rocks within thy view. Prepare thy souls. We fly to Tatooine.
Oh, Luke, Luke, pray Tell thine uncle that if he should find a translator, be sure it Bocce speaks.
It seemeth we have little choice, dear aunt, and yet I shall remind him what thou sayest.
Pray, tell me, Jawa Small, what hast today? Nay, not that one, droid. I assume that thou art programmed well for etiquette and protocol. 'Tis true?
Aye, protocol my primary function 'tis. I am well versed in all the customs, sir.
No need have I for a droid with protocol.
Oh, not in this habitat, thou speakest true. Hath ever sand a need for protocol? When did a stone or rock need etiquette? However, I am also made for
Peace. Peace. What I need's a droid with the binary tongue of moisture evaporators.
Oh, but sir, my first employment was in programming a binary loader lifter very like thy vaporators. Aye, in most respects.
Well, speakest thou Bocce?
Truly, sir, 'tis like a second tongue unto my soul.
Pray, cease. So, shall I have this one here? Luke, take thou these droids unto our vast garage. My wish it is they be cleaned ere we dine.
But unto Tashi's station would I go and there obtain some power converters. Fie.
Thou canst go with thy friends another time, when all thy chores have been fulfilled. Go to.
Come hither. Thou too, Blue.
C-3PO am I, an expert in the human-cyborg link, and he, my short blue counterpart, is R2-D2 called.
Thou hast much carbon here. It seemeth much fortune that thou hast known. Aye, can it be two such droids as you can know more adventure than a man?
With all we have been through, amazed am I we yet our good condition keep, what with rebellion and its hurly-burly ways.
Nay, can it be? The very thing of which I would know more thou hast experienced? Pray, knowest thou the rebellion against the Empire, droid?
For certain, aye, 'tis how we came to be in thine employment, if thou comprehend my simple meaning, sir.
And hast thou been in many battles? Speak! Whatever morsel thou mayest serve to me shall be a feast unto my waiting ear. The smallest tale of battle lost or won shall feed my soul's never-ending appetite.
Full many battles, aye, sir, but I fear I have but little food to fill thy heart. A banquet, sadly, I cannot prepare. 'Tis certain that of tales I am no chef, but rather I confess that not much more than an interpreter am I, and not much good at telling stories. Verily, I've not the spice or salt to season them.
'Tis well, my droid. So shall my hunger wait to feast one day upon another's tale. My little bot, thou hast got something jammed herein. Hast thou been on a cruiser or a...
Oh, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, help. Thou art mine only hope.
Pray, what is this?
Whee! What is what? A question hath he asked. Say, what is that?
Oh, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, help. Thou art mine only hope. Oh, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, help. Thou art mine only hope.
Beep, 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 boo, squeak, beep, beep, boop.
He says 'tis nothing, sir. A mere malfunction, bygone data 'tis. Please, pay no mind.
But who is she? For she's far more beautiful than all the stars.
I truly do not know, sir. I suspect she was a passenger on our last trip. A person of importance, I believe.
Say, is there any more recording, droid?
Oh, behave thyself, R2, for thou shalt get us both in trouble. Be content and trust him true. He is our master now.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, squeak, beep, hoo.
He saith he doth belong to Obi-Wan Kenobi, resident of parts nearby, and 'tis a private message meant for him. For all my wit, I know not what he means, for our last master Sir Antilles was. Alas, with all we have endured, this dear small R2 unit quite eccentric is.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. I spect old Ben Kenobi he doth means, perhaps. First droids, then tales of battles fought in space, and now a damsel cries in beams of light. Did ever destiny come knocking thus?
I beg thy pardon, sir, but knowst thou aught of what he speaks?
I know not any man named Obi-Wan Kenobi, yet old Ben resides beyond the Dune Sea, and there dwells much like a hermit, strange and lone.
Oh, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, help. Thou art mine only hope.
I wonder who she is. Whoever she may be, whatever is her cause, I shall unto her please respond. Not even were she my sister could I know a duty more weight than I feel now. It seemeth she some dreadful trouble hath. Mayhap I should replay the message in whole.
R2 doth say the bolt restraining him short-circuited his full recording system. So saith he that if thou wouldst with speed remove the bolt, he may the full recording then display.
What? Thou seemest too small to run away if I should take this off. Good little droid, thou so cleverly thou bringest messages that thou hast won my trust. Now, thou art free. But wait! Where hath she gone? What villainy? How hast thou dampened that celestial light wherein she spoke of late? Now bring her back, play back the message in full, thou naughty droid.
Me?
What message, thou errant droid? The one thou hast been playing, which thou holdst within thy rusty innards.
Oh, Luke! Pray, Luke!
I shall be there anon, good Aunt Beru.
I'm sorry, sir, for it doth seem he hath acquired a minor flutter.
Thus she comes and thus she goes. Yet ever on my sight her beautiful, fine countenance shall shine. So here's my vow. I'll see her once again in beam or hope on hope with my own eyes. For now I must depart to dine. Pray, see if thou can remedy this R2 droid.
Reconsider thou if thou shalt play the message back for him.
Beep me, boy.
Nay, I do not believe he liketh thee.
Beep, squeak.
Nay, I like thee not either.
Now all the pieces are arranged for me to make a daring move and fly this place. The fool sets the game in motion shall appear unto C-3PO and Luke, no more than if he were an errant knave. But hear this, the voice of R2-D2 all. My noble purpose I'll accomplish yet, to take to Obi-Wan the princess's news, to take my master Luke away from here, and in the end, perhaps more vital still, to make connection twixt the two good men. A foolish thing this may seem to thee, and yet more fine than foolish shall it be.
Alas, my R2-D2, he hath flown, and all the while he beepeth on and on about his duty in rebellion's cause. Oh, with what strength shall I be punished when R2's treachery discovered is? Oh.
And so a restless night doth pass within, while Luke doth ponder future punishment and longs for his lost droid search to begin. C-3PO doth fear his banishment. At early morn, with eager wills they rise, a shared endeavor binding them anew. The fast land speeder o'er the desert flies. They go to find the errant droid R2.
Good friend, take heed, the scanner doth report a droid ahead. Pray, swiftly take us hence. Belike our R2-D2 there awaits.
While droid and man go racing across the sand, the Tusken raiders watch the two pass by. Their banthas mounting, Gathy sticks at hand. They heave unto the air their warring cry.
Pray, whither thou goes, you naughty droid?
Beep, 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 squeak.
Nay, Master Luke is now thy rightful owner. Learn obedience. Aye, learn thou loyalty. Pray, learn respect. And learn thou not to speak of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Wee, wee.
Speak not to me of mission, droid. I warrant happy thou shalt be if our new master doth let thee know the blaster's deadly touch today.
Pray patience, dear C3PO, 'tis well, but let us hence. What can the matter be? What doth he say?
He doth report that creatures hither come, approaching stealthily from the southeast.
Sand people. Hither, come, and let's see. I spy 2 banthas, yet no sand people. Wait. One doth appear unto me now, and...
With sudden viciousness the Tuskens come. They knock young Luke and cause the droid to fall. They seek to take a harshly pillaged thumb, till frightened by a false Kryet dragon call.
Come hither, tiny friend, be not afraid. Nay, prithee, fret thou not, for he shall make a full recovery. Rest easy, lad, for thou hast had a fall, and more adventure hast thou seen today than many in a lifetime do, I say. Thou catchest fortune's favor to survive a cruel attack from sand people most vile.
By this light, 'tis Ben Kenobi here. It fills my heart with joy and soothes my pain to meet thee.
Aye, 'tis well, but let's go hence. The Juntland wastes no place for travellers is. Now prithee, good young Luke, say wherefore art thou here, and what strange errand bringeth thee herein where I am wont to dwell?
This droid, it seemeth unto me that he doth search for to find his former master, yet in all my days I never have such devotion seen as this one showeth from a droid. Yet he claims that he belongeth to a man named Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I thought perchance the man some relative of yours may be. Dost thou know any by such name?
Aye, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. It is a name I have not heard for lo these many, many years. A long, long time.
My uncle knoweth Obi-Wan, I ken. He doth report to me the man is dead.
But nay, the man takes not his final sleep, at least unto this moment now, not yet.
Then thou knowest him?
Aye, verily I do. I know the man as if he were myself, for truly he is. This Obi-Wan, dear Luke, is I. I have not heard this name since ere even thou thyself wert born.
I see this little droid is bound to thee.
I have no memory of owning such a droid as this. 'Tis curious indeed. Oh, now mark these my words. We must repair indoors to escape a second cudgeling here. The sand people do easily take flight, but soon they shall return with many more. We must make haste or face them yet again. So hence let us away unto my den. And once was I a Jedi Knight, the same as thy dear father.
Oh, how tears well up within me for the loss of that dear man whom I never did know, nor do, nor will.
I tell thee truly, mongst the pilots he was e'er the greatest in the galaxy. He also was a cunning warrior, and to the last was he a dear, dear friend. I hear thou art a pilot skilled as well. This calleth to my mind a gift I have for thee. Thy father has desired that thou should have this weapon when thou wert of age.
Pray tell, what is it?
Thy father's lightsaber. It is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. If thou in thine own hand could hold a sun, then thou wouldst know the power of this tool.
Now holdeth Luke the weapon in his hand, and with a switch the flame explodes in blue. The noble light Luke's reverence doth command. That instant was a Jedi born anew.
For many generations, Jedi were the guarantors of justice, peace, and good within the old Republic, ere the dark times came and ere the Empire began to reign.
How hath my father died?
A Jedi named Darth Vader. I, a lad who I had taught until he evil turned, did help the Empire hunt and destroy the Jedi. He thy father murdered and betrayed, and now are Jedi nearly all extinct. Young Vader was seduced and taken by the dark side of the Force.
Beep, beep, squeak!
And now, my little friend, shall I attempt to find out whence thou came, and to discern the reason wherefore thou art left thine home for lands unknown, a mission to pursue.
Dear General Kenobi, many years ago thou served my noble father in the Clone Wars. Now he beggeth thee to come again and aid him in his struggle with the Empire. Sadly may I not be there with thee in person my request to give. My ship of late hath fallen under siege, and thus my mission, bringing thee unto my cherished planet Alderaan, hath failed. Yet have I, deep within the memory banks of this brave R2 unit, stored the plans most vital for the rebellion's victory. My father can retrieve the plans therein, but I must ask of thee to take the droid and bring him unto Alderaan with care. The desperate hour is now upon us. Please, I beg of thee, sir. Oh, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, help. Thou art mine only hope.
Thou must be taught the Force if thou wouldst come away with me and go to Alderaan.
Nay, Alderaan, nay, I must hence back home. 'Tis late, and Uncle Owen shall be vexed if I do not return to him ere long.
I need all thy good help, Luke, so doth she. For such adventures I have grown too old. Come now with me and learn the Force, dear Luke.
I shall take thee as far as Mos Eisley. From there mayest thou find transport to wherever thou goest. I threw out the galaxy.
Oh, thou must hold with thy conscience, it is true. Whatever thou thinkst right, thus thou shouldst do.
I am a fortune's fool. 'Tis true, and gazing now upon that double sun of my home Tatooine, I know full well that elsewhere lies my destiny, not here. Although my uncle's will is that I stay, my heart within me bursts to think on it, for out among the spheres I wish to roam, adventure and rebellion stirring into my blood. Those oft-repeated words of my mate begs I do believe, that all the world's a star, beyond that heavenly light, I shall fly far.
Until this battle station utterly prepared and operational shall be, 'tis plainly vulnerable to an attack. The rebels have more resources and are far more dangerous than thou wilt deign to see.
Perhaps of danger to thy Starfleet, aye, but not unto this battle station strong.
Rebellion shall gain more support within the Imperial Senate.
The Imperial Senate no longer any threat to us doth hold, for truly I have just received word that our great Emperor himself dissolved the council. Now the final remnants of the old Republic fade away like dew.
But what, pray tell, of the rebellion vile? For if the rebels have the plans to this good station stolen, possible it is they may have found a weakness, which in haste they shall exploit. Pray, Tarkin, mark my words.
Those plans shall soon recovered be, fear not.
Attack upon this station pointless is, regardless of the data they have found. This station now hath power ultimate o'er all else in the vast wide universe. And now, I prithee, let us see it used.
Nay, peace. I warn thee, man, be not too proud of thy great terror technological, a weapon for the mass destruction of a planet, even to destroy it whole, is no match for the power of the Force.
Thou shalt not tempt to frighten us with words so like a man of magic, Vader. Nay, thy sorcerer's act is tired and overdone. The sad religion thou dost cling to hath no power to conjure up the stolen plans, nor dost thou have a third eye's sight to make.
I find thy lack of faith disturbing.
Cease. No more of this, good Vader. Let him be.
As is thy will.
Enough. This endless bickering shall end. Lord Vader shall provide the setting of the errant rebel base before the time this station shall be operational. And then, my friends, the Empire shall rejoice. Rebellion shall be crushed in one swift stroke. Now, get ye gone, fulfill this purpose grand.
My troopers on the planet Tatooine have traced the creatures who have found the droids. We shall retrieve those plans.
'Tis well, 'tis well. Thou ever wert a faithful servant to the Emperor, Lord Vader. Prithee, go, and take with thee a governor's gratitude. There goes a man who hath a mind to serve. The Emperor doth hold him in his grasp, and lays a claim upon his heart and soul. Well, I recall when I was a younger man, the Emperor and Vader with me stood and contemplated our shared destiny. Now, Vader, split twixt manhood and machine, fulfills a vital place within my plans. Aye, though I fear the Force, he knows his place. He knoweth he and I stand side by side, together wrapped in power's warm embrace, our Emperor to serve until at last the final curtain of life's play is dropped. As history hath made this Tarkin great, this battle station shall now make me feared. I am as constant as the Endor moon, and shall rebellion crush, and do it soon.
Now in her cell the princess doth remain, with hope and trouble written on her face. At times she faces torture, horrid pain. With these tools Vader seeks the rebel base. While Leia in her captive state is kept, young Luke and Obi-Wan set on their way. Approaching town, they hope to intercept a pilot to transport them sans delay.
Isley Spaceport, never shall thou find a hive more rank and wretched, aye, and filled with villainy. So must we be cautious.
I prithee, speak. How long hast thou had these droids?
'Tis 3 or mayhap 4 full seasons now.
We are prepared to sell them, shouldst thou wish.
Pray, show me now thy papers.
Nay, thou dost not need to see his papers.
Nay, we do not need to see his papers.
True it is that these are not the droids for which thou searchest.
Aye, these are not the droids for which we search.
And now the lad may go his merry way.
Good lad, I prithee go thy merry way.
Now get thee hence.
Now, get thee hence. Go hence.
Now, by my troth, I cannot comprehend how we those threatening stormtroopers did escape. I verily, I thought our end was nigh.
The Force hath mighty power over the weak and simple-minded of this universe.
Dost thou believe we shall find therein in yon dank place discover any pilot who hath means to transport us to Alderaan?
A goodly crew of freighter pilots here may oft be found, but prithee take good care. This small cantina hath an ill repute.
Now mark thee well, good viewer, what you see. Such varied characters are on display, for never hath there been such company as in Mos Eisley gathers day by day. The creatures gather round the central bar, while hammerheads and horned monsters talk. A band composed of aliens bizarre. This is the great cantina, thou mayest gawk.
A word? Herein we shall not serve their kind. Thy droids, they must depart beyond these walls.
Good friends, pray wait outside beside the speeder now, for we desire no conflict today.
I do with all my heart agree, dear sir.
Chewbacca here doth service as first mate upon a ship that may our purpose meet.
Han Solo at thy service, gentlemen. The great Millennium Falcon is my ship. My first mate, Chewie, telleth me ye seek safe passage to the system Alderaan.
Aye, true, if 'tis a vessel swift of flight.
A vessel swift of flight, thou sayest. Hast thou not heard of the Millennium Falcon, sir?
Nay, nay, should I have?
'Tis but the ship that hath the Kessel Run accomplished in 12 parsecs, nothing more. Imperial starships have I slyly scaped, but nothing more than that. And neither do I speak about bulk cruisers small, but vast Corellian ships. That nothing more, no more. I shall not brag about her speed, good sir. Suffice to say, the ship shall fill thy needs, as she's the fastest air, but nothing more. Pray tell, what shall the cargo be?
Myself, the boy, 2 droids, and ne'er a question asked.
'Tis what? A touch of local trouble here?
Nay, nay, let us simply say it thus. We would imperial entanglements avoid.
Aye, there's the rub. So shalt thou further pay. 10,000 is the cost, and every bit shalt thou deliver ere we leave the dock.
10,000? Why, we could buy our own ship for such a sum as this.
A goodly jest. For who would pilot such a ship? Shouldst thou?
Thou knave, I could indeed. A pilot skilled I am in my own right. Now should we stay and be more abused by this man's words?
2,000 can we render to thee now, and 15 more deliver when we come with safety unto Alderaan's bright port.
Say 17. Congratulations, men. Thou hast the ship secured, and will depart wherein thou art prepared. Thou shalt find me at docking harbor number 94.
Aye, 94.
17. So must they desperate be. This truly shall my swift deliverance prove. Go thou unto the ship and be prepared.
Nakuna chukta solo.
Yes, indeed, good Greedo. I have planned to make my way unto Master. Tell Jabba plain I've obtained his money.
Sung bichle. Namala trampi chukmekchisa. Najaba winyin chi koska mirishan. Tatyang niwanya koska. Nacheski nwanye kukusko.
'Tis true, yet this time is the money truly mine.
Kele chulia chulka intinkonokos?
Nay, nay, I have not the money with me now. Tell Jabba,
Yenchi withi. Yalgaro puyo anya aragaga shuka. Shuna payai pi.
even I from time to time aborted bin. Dost thou believe that ere I had the choice?
Drojaba. Napakni abnya apna.
Hey, not that. The day when Jabba taketh my dear ship shall be the day you find me a grave man.
Ne uchle numa. Chespika nufa nakrinko kenko. Anachos Kenya.
Aye, true. I'll warrant thou hast wished this day. Pray, goodly sir, forgive me for the mess. And whether I shot first, I'll ne'er confess.
The princess hath shown great resistance to the mind probe. 'Twere as if she knew the force, and hath a Jedi's blood to overcome the piercing of her mind by machine. Belike it shall some length of time yet be until we can extract the thoughts therein.
The final tests are now complete at last, and thus my news. The Death Star stands prepared. Aye, fully operational it is. So, Governor, what course shall we set?
Perhaps the stubborn princess shall respond to alternative persuasiveness.
I prithee, Tarkin, say, what dost thou mean?
Pray, patience, Vader, thou shalt my meaning learn. Now, it is the power of this Death Star to be shown to all. Now, Admiral, go forth and set thy course for Alderaan.
I understand thee, and with pride obey.
Now, if yon ship is truly fast, as quick as this Han Solo boasted so, we shall do well.
What folly-fallen ship is this? What rough-hewn wayward scut is here?
0.5 past light speed shall she make, my lad. Now truly earneth she no marks for looks, but if still a finer spirit hath no ship. Full many small improvements have I made to render her even faster than before. Now, merry gentlemen, if thou agree, we shall be off and speedily from here.
Mos Eisley now is left behind at last, while newer scenes come into view apace. As Han's Millennium Falcon flies far fast, the action of our play moves back to space.
Now are we followed hard upon by an Imperial cruiser. Verily, these passengers of great import must be, for they by the Empire hotly are pursued. Chewbacca, prithee, swift make our defense, and angle the deflector shield, whilst I make plain the calculations for light speed. Now vigilance, my dear Wookiee, quickly come to further ships to try and block our path.
Nay, wherefore canst thou not outrun them both? For thou did boast of this strange vessel's speed.
Pray mark my words, lad, else thou surely wilt become like refuse to a star destroyer, and float away to vanish amongst the stars. I'll warrant we shall soon in safety fly, once we the jump to hyperspace can make, and what is more, my skill doth all exceed at making keen maneuvers. All my life have I escaped one scrape, and yet one more.
How long now ere thou canst achieve light speed?
A few more moments till shall it make whilst this work for the computer doth its navigation make.
But art thou mad? For certain they approach. I have not yet made this journey just to die.
The travel unto hyperspace is not the same as thine dusting of crops upon thy land of infinite dry sand. Sans calculations quite exact, we would be like run through a belt of asteroids or hit upon a planet's center mark. Should our fate that become, thy trip would end before it had begun.
But what now? What light through yonder flashing sensor breaks?
It marks the loss of yon deflector shield. I bid thee peace. Now sit and thou take heed, for all's prepared to jump unto light speed.
Han graspeth quick the console in his hand. Then suddenly the ship is bathed in light. With roar of engine, noise profound and grand, the great Millennium Falcon takes her flight.
Ah, Governor Tarkin, scurvy knave art thou. Now it seems plain to me that Vader doth perform the part of docile dog unto the sickening whinny of his master's voice. Familiar stench of dog's best friend have I marked deep within my sense of smell, even when I came unto this station.
Ever wert thou charming, Leia. Even to the last, thou couldst not comprehend how hard it was. Aye, verily, how I did sigh and weep to give the order to destroy thy life.
Surprised am I thou had the courage so to take responsibility for such as this unto thy cowardly small self.
My princess, ere thou executed are, I would thou join me for a moment full of pomp and circumstance, for at this grand and noble ceremony shall the power of this great battle station here be shown to be quite fully operational. Now no star system shall e'er dare oppose the emperor.
Oh, but how wrong thou art! The more that thou dost exercise thy grip, the more star systems shall through that grip fall.
Not after we have shown the power vast this battle station shall to them display. And to the point, thou hast determined what the primary demonstration of its force shall be, which planet shall oblivion face. Since thou hast so refused to grant us the hid location of the rebel base, I shall unleash this station's power upon thine home planet, lovely Alderaan.
Nay, do not do so to peaceful Alderaan.
Thou shalt a military target name, then render swift the system's name as well, or else thy precious Alderaan goes to it. I tire of asking o'er and o'er, so thus I promise, this shall be the final time. Where is the rebel base?
On Dantooine. They may be found on planet Dantooine.
Ha ha! Thou seest, Vader, how a cat may have her claws removed. Now, Admiral, thou mayest continue with thy weapons test, and surely mayest thou fire when all's prepared.
What madness here?
Thou far too trusting art. The tiny Dantooine is too remote to show this station's power. But pray, fear not, we shall in time thy rebel friends pursue.
To do the governor's most evil will, the people on the Death Star quickly rise. With mighty flash, the beam bursts bright and shrill, and Alderaan is shattered for their eyes.
When Alderaan hath blossomed bright, then sang we songs of Nani. But now her day is turned to night. Sing hey and lack a day. My friend and I stood by the river, then sang we songs of Nani. But I could not her soul deliver. Sing hey and lack a day. My planet hath the bluest shore. Then sang we songs of Nani. That noble land is now no more. Sing hey and lack a day.
Thank you everyone for joining us. That is our show for this evening. I'd like to say a big thank you to Fraser Elliott, Doug Elliott, no relation, Gavin Killy, Morgan Ballantyne, Cat Stevens, Carlos Vela Martinez, Graham Ritchie, and Mark Guthrup on for our beautiful music. So thank you so much everyone for joining us. And Mark, would you be willing to play us out?
Sure. What should it be? The march?
Whatever you'd like. Yeah, do it.